Hello, ladies. So, in this particular module, we are going to talk about the different roles of shampoos and conditioners. This is a very important topic because this is the foundation of you understanding truly how to treat your hair needs. We can always, of course, use styling products to support the things we've done in our shampooing and cleansing and conditioning process. But honestly, if you don't address it here at the bowl or wherever you choose to shampoo your hair, whether it's the sink or the shower, wherever, these steps are crucial to making sure you have a good foundation for having healthy, thick, full hair. So let's go through all the different types of shampoos and conditioners that I believe is important to you. And then we're also going to talk about how do you know which ones are right for you, right? There are so many things on the market these days. There are so many things being promoted and just shown to you. It's hard to decide, which are best for you. So we're going to start off with shampoos and then move on to conditioners. So with shampooing, you have one, two, three, four, about five shampoo categories that I believe, like I said, is most important for you. So the first one I always like to start with, especially when I have a new client, but typically even for you, it's good to have. And these are your clarifying and cleansing shampoos. So the difference between a traditional clarifier and a regular like moisturizing shampoo is the amount of buildup it's going to be able to remove from your hair. So for an example, when let's say you had a protective style, you had braids in your hair, or you've been rocking those slicked up puffs and things like that where you use a lot of edge control, a lot of gel, those type of things. This is where you want to pull out the clarifying shampoo in, because it is going to literally remove all the debris, excess oils, and all those type of things off your scalp and also off your strands. This is crucial because if you do not remove it, it's going to lead to buildup, and buildup leads to dryness, and dryness can lead to breakage. So you just want to make sure you have a good clarifier. I believe everyone, no matter what your hair type is, could use a good clarifier / cleansing shampoo. Typically, these shampoos will be very clear, like super duper clear, see-through, not a lot of like creaminess to them at all, because they don't really have a whole lot of moisturizing properties. Is literally meant to do heavy duty work to remove those things off your scalp and off your hair. This is also good as well if you have really bad dandruff, or you had a lot of bad flakes and things like that. This is a really good place to start because it helps, like I said, to get that debris up off your scalp. So these types of shampoos, I recommend you use these about every 4 to 6 weeks. If you're typically a person who doesn't use a whole lot of heavy products and things on your hair, you may not have to use it as frequently. But you want to make sure your scalp is clean, and you're using it predominantly to apply to your scalp. So like I said, you want to use those every 4 to 6 weeks. You don't really need to go out and get like a whole big old, container, because you're not going to be using it that much. But it is something that I believe every natural needs, especially with a lot of the heavy duty products that are out here and that I know some of you like to use. So moving right along, the second one I want to talk about is your strengthening / reconstructive shampoo. So these are ideal to use if your hair is very fragile, limp, excessively like shedding and things like that. You really want to use these. You may not have to use them as frequently, but I would definitely say you would probably want to use these every other wash day. These are often more higher in protein and strengthening type properties and ingredients. So let's say, for example, you're about to straighten your hair, or you have straightened your hair. And if you want to go back to, wearing your curls, I would use a strengthening shampoo or a reconstructive or protein based shampoo, because it is going to really help your curls to bounce back from the heat, or if you did, some blow drying, or if overall your texture, you've noticed this over the years, they've changed, your curls have gotten lazy. This is a really, really good type of shampoo to use. So like I said, you can use that probably like every other wash day. This is also really cool for people who have really fine hair. Sometimes when your texture or your strands are very fine, sometimes the one thing you can lack is not necessarily moisture, but it's strength. And the strengthening properties in these type of shampoos will help your hair be able to, last longer and be stronger and hold on to styles longer. Because sometimes you may have situations where you've done a style, but it's like, dang, my hair never holds a curl, or it always just goes flat and things like that. I would definitely use a strengthening / reconstructive type shampoo. The next one I want to talk about is moisturizing. I believe this is definitely probably one of the most go-to, popular type of shampoos that people reach for, just because of, obviously one of our challenges in the natural hair community is moisture. Everybody wants to know how to, have more moisture in their hair, how to, just overall have long lasting moisture. That's just like our big thing, right? So the thing about moisturizing shampoo is, I like to use moisturizing shampoo, obviously, because we need it, right? It's good. It helps to provide a good slip, and allows our hair to be softer and more manageable to work with. But I typically recommend moisturizing shampoos to people whose hair is very dry, brittle. They may feel like a bit of like roughness on their strands as they may glide down. Like I said, this definitely helps when people have those types of issues. I will say, however, some people may overuse moisturizing shampoos, and when I say that, I mean in the example of something like this. So let's say a person may not really use clarifying or cleansing shampoos, but they always use a moisturizing shampoo. Moisturizing shampoos, they are cleansing to a certain extent, but it's almost like using like a moisturizing shower gel or body wash type of thing. You know how they have those advertisements where it's like, okay, I think it's like Dove, and it'll be like, oh, 1/3 of this shampoo, I'm sorry, this body wash has, the lotion in it or whatever. So it's like, it's still soap in there, but it's still not necessarily like clean in me. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, most moisturizing shampoos, especially that are marketed to natural women, are going to be kind of like that. So if you know that you've used, a good amount of styling products throughout your hair, you might want to go back and use a cleanser first. You might need a clarifier, but you may want to use a cleanser first just to remove that, and then maybe your second or third shampoo, go to your moisturizer. So just want to put that out there. Be careful of overusing moisturizing shampoos. You can definitely use it each time, for a wash day. But like I said, just be cognizant and aware of how much styling products you've put on your hair and the weight of those things. If you like a lot of oil, a lot of butters, those types of things, you want to make sure you're using a good cleanser or clarifying first, and then move on to your moisturizer, just so you can put that moisture back into your strands. Another one I think is important is your color-friendly shampoos. So obviously, these are for the ladies who like color. No matter if you're blonde or, you like reds or vibrant type colors, doesn't really matter. But the color-friendly shampoos, they are formulated to make sure your hair color remains vibrant, and they also have a good moisture and protein balance. A lot of people will think, because I have color, now I have to go above and beyond to moisturize my hair. And I hear a lot of people say, color is just more maintenance. And it can be to a certain extent, but it's all about having products to support where you are in your hair journey. So if you have color, using a color safe or color friendly shampoo will definitely be something that I would suggest for you to have, simply because it'll keep your hair at a good balance. It won't have your hair too moisturized or too having it giving it too much protein, so where it feels like, oh my gosh, it's about to break off or something like that. But it's definitely a good one because color treated hair needs both. They need a good balance of both protein and moisture. So there's that. And then you also have your volumizing shampoo. This one isn't really, I don't really see a lot of people advertising it, but I think it's something that people might want to consider, especially for those who have finer hair or limp hair, or thinner hair. It can make your hair look fuller and feel a lot fuller. But as far as its moisturizing properties, it's probably closer to the same feel of like a cleanser, not a clarifier, but like a cleanser. But the volumizing, like I said, it just has great properties in it to kind of give you a little more boost in your roots and allow your hair to just overall get more voluminous. So I would definitely suggest it for those who's having issues with thinness, super fine, and really like volume, but just feel like my hair is just, it's too limp and it won't stand for me like I would like to. That's a good option. So also, you also have, last but not least, you have, specialty type of shampoos, like if you have, scalp issues, dandruff, those types of things. That's more given on like a case by case basis. Sometimes I notice a lot of times where people may think they have dandruff issues or scalp issues. It's really a buildup issue. So normally I like to address the clarifying once again and cleansing, making sure you really get into that scalp, and then moving on to see if your problems persist. Then that's when I would definitely like see a dermatologist and see if maybe you need a prescribed shampoo to really help relieve your scalp of whatever it may be going through. So I have gone through each of these types of shampoos, and I want to talk about conditioners. So conditioners, they definitely can mirror the same type, like how we just went through shampoos. But I want to specifically talk about deep conditioners versus like instant conditioners. So a lot of times people may want to buy a instant conditioner or a leave-in conditioner. It's so many ways, to condition your hair, but someone may want to know the difference between an instant conditioner and a deep conditioner. So obviously, an instant conditioner, those are the ones that you'll leave in your hair for no longer than like 7 minutes. Those are the ones, they can still give you great moisture, but that's something, it's not like you need to leave it in for 30 minutes. So I just wanted to share with you all that read the back of your conditioners, or pay attention before you actually buy your conditioner. See what type it is. It's not saying that one is necessarily better than the other, but they just have a tad bit differences in how you use them. And also I wanted to address that, let's say for example you shampooed your hair and you want to deep condition your hair this week. Do not apply your instant conditioner first, rinse that out, and then put your deep conditioner on. You're just wasting product at that time. Your hair is already, once you have rinsed out your shampoo and your cleansers, it's ready to receive the moisture that you put on, but your strands can only take in but so much moisture. So once that capacity is full and filled, you putting a deep conditioner over top of that after you already rinsed out your instant conditioner, it's not really going to do that much more significantly to make a difference. If you're using really good products and you spent a lot of money, save your money. Just follow the steps that they said and do that. But you don't have to apply an instant conditioner first and then go back over with a deep conditioner. So I want to put that out there. And also I want to talk about protein treatments. Protein treatments are very, very helpful. And I feel like it's a tad bit overlooked in the natural hair community because most of us are chasing after moisture. But trust me when I say having a good, balanced strength and moisture in your strands will give you the ideal hair feel, and also it's very, very good with helping you have good length retention. So even if your hair texture is one that's more kinky or more coarser along the strands, you may not need as much protein as somebody with silkier strands, but they both can still play a great role in helping you to achieve your hair goals and length goals, and even retaining moisture, because if your hair isn't strong enough to hold on to the moisture, it's just going to run right through. So protein is definitely needed, and I'm going to also, you should see also where I say the frequency. So if your hair is fine, on the finer side and more silkier side, I would suggest doing protein treatments about every 2 to 3 months. If your hair is more coarser, more dense, and more thick, I would say about every 4 to 6 months you could do a protein treatment. But even in either case, like I said, both are very necessary for good health and helping you to achieve those hair goals. So thanks for watching this video. Feel free to go ahead and start implementing these rules for yourself and see where you fall. You've been dealing with your hair and you've seen your hair, and go ahead and just see, okay, like I said, at minimum everybody needs a clarifier / cleansing shampoo, and then like I said, how often you need the other ones is totally up to you based on your specific hair needs. So this is really important though, because I don't want you all to feel like it's a one size fits all to this thing, because it's not. I'm really definitely all about customization, but I'm also about simplicity. So like I said, take notes of this and be aware when next time it's your wash day. Analyze your hair. Is my hair shedding a lot this week or over the last couple of months? Do I have breakage? Is it super dry? Is it super limp? My curls, they look so lazy. All of those things, your hair is always speaking to you. You just have to be able to understand what it's saying. So by doing those things, you'll be able to make sure that you're using the proper things when it's wash day, so that you can set yourself up to continue to have healthy hair. So I hope this helps, and I'll see y'all in the next video.